Hi everyone, this is my Halloween TBR for October 2016. I know I already did my October TBR, but I forgot to include the creepy, scary sort of books that I would like to read for Halloween, and I've seen a lot of people doing those, so I thought it would be really cool to do one as well. And I've been doing pretty well with my October TBR. I'm reading The Nest right now, and I'm a little bit more than halfway through, so I should have enough time to fit a few more Halloween themed type books in there, so let's get right to it. The first book is Coraline, and this is, I've seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I've sort of seen bits and pieces of the movie, so I kind of sort of know what it's about. It's about like a young girl who, I guess she goes into another world that's a little bit different from the current world or something like that, and there's some sort of creepy things in there, and I don't know, that's just what I've gathered from like briefly seeing bits and pieces of the movie. I've never read the book, so I'm really curious to actually know what the story is about and where Coraline goes and what happens to her, so I'm really looking forward to reading this one. The second book is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson, and I've read her short story called The Lottery, which was really interesting and very creepy and sort of dark, and I enjoyed it, but I've read it like a really long time ago, so I haven't read anything since, and this book has been around BookTube for a bit in people's Halloween TBR, and I thought it was a really interesting book, so I'm going to give it a try. I don't really know what it's about. Like haunted house, I guess, is what I've gathered from everything that I've heard, and I know there's some movies that are based on this book, but apparently they're not very good. So anyways, I don't know much about it, but from reading her short story before and from hearing what everyone else says about this book, I think it's definitely worthy of picking up and reading for this Halloween, so I'm really looking forward to reading this book. The third book is The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and I've seen the movie multiple times, and I'm sure you guys have as well. And this is basically about like a headless horseman who sort of comes around and does things. So Sleepy Hollow is actually not too far from here, which is kind of cool, and maybe I'll get a chance to go there. That would be really neat. But I've seen the movie multiple times and I really enjoy it. It's dark, kind of creepy, but also has a little bit of humor to it as well, which I really appreciate, and I just want to see how the book is different from the movie, and I would definitely just like to read the book and get that perspective. Last but not least, there's The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr Hyde, and I've read this one a long time ago, I think, and I just can't remember what it's about. The basis of the story is that Dr. Jekyll turns into Mr. Hyde, and Mr. Hyde is this bad guy who, you know, does bad things, and then he turns back into Dr. Jekyll, who's a nice guy, and that's basically what I remember from it, but I'd like to know more about the plot and sort of what happens there. So yeah, these are the 4 books that I'm looking forward to reading this Halloween. Please let me know if you're reading any of these books, and also please let me know what other creepy, scary Halloween type books you're reading in the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.